Today we're looking for Pokemon cards at our local thrift store, and as you guys can see here, we did manage to find some at this Valley Village location. However, we're not always lucky. If you guys have seen my other videos before, welcome back. But if you're new here, I do enjoy browsing my thrift stores, just looking for Pokemon cards and seeing if we can find any other collectibles that may be of interest. So one of the first aisles I like to make my way down to is the collectible aisles. So here we can see that there's already a Bakugan Funko Pop. Pretty cool to see. I was a huge fan back when I was a kid. But the other thing that caught my eye was this Avatar Funko Pop. Big fan of Avatar. Debated about picking that up, but I think the box was a little bit damaged and it seems like the price wasn't the best. So I decided against it. A pro tip, one location that you can possibly find Pokemon cards are in these like arts and crafts section. Sometimes the cards get lumped into those plastic bags. But another location that might have Pokemon cards are the binder aisles. Sometimes these photo binders, people use them for cards, so you do gotta check just in case. To my surprise, came across this really cool Lightning McQueen light. Would be a pretty cool desk piece. And honestly, besides Pokemon cards, I think this is really fun thrifting. You never really know what you might find, and literally every single day the inventory kind of changes. More people bring stuff in, and every week you are able to find something new. For example, last week we didn't find any Pokemon cards here, but luckily this week we do have some Pokemon cards in stock here. So I kind of view thrift shopping like going on a treasure hunt. You never know what you might find. Sometimes you find stuff that you didn't even know you were looking for. But yeah, if you guys are into collectibles, knickknacks, and other sort of maybe useful appliances or household things that you don't mind it being secondhand, I think thrift shopping is a pretty fun way to acquire some of those items. And yeah, like I mentioned before, with Pokemon cards, it's kind of luck based. You never really know. Sometimes they're scattered. They're not always in the toy section. Although I would say usually it's in the toy section. Sometimes it's in the knickknacks, arts and crafts. I've seen other people find Pokemon cards in binders. Sometimes they're actually in these kind of board game boxes. But for me personally, I generally mainly look at the toy section. Sometimes they're just packaged in those plastic bags, but you gotta look for them. Unfortunately, this location, the toy aisle, didn't really have any Pokemon cards. Another possibility now is that, so because of the growth of Pokemon and the hobby in general, thrift shops and its employees kind of know that Pokemon is somewhat more valuable. So they started putting Pokemon cards behind the counters and in the more sort of pricier section, which is located usually near the front of the store or on the side of the store. So right there behind the counter, we immediately saw 2 Pokemon tins. Definitely got super hyped. And then inside the counter area, as you guys can see, we do find more Pokemon cards. Some are just in the tins, and a lot of them are in these ETBs. But yeah, definitely looks promising. The only downside is, if you guys can kind of see, the price tags are like $79.99 or $99. Definitely quite steep, so we're going to take a look to see if it's actually worth it. However, I do have my doubts, as you guys can imagine. These do look largely like bulk cards. I did notice some of the other ones were sleeved, so maybe those were good, but I started with those 2 tins in the back counter. Didn't see anything too promising. I did see some of those cards in the sleeves or in these kind of binder sleeves. I took it out, took a quick look. Doesn't seem like there's anything promising or worth picking up in general, especially these tins are quite highly marked up. A lot of them are, I think, Sword and Shield era mainly. You guys can see we do have some celebration cards from the 25th anniversary set. And of course we got more Scarlet Violet. This is to be expected. A lot of these thrift shop finds are maybe people donating their bulk cards or maybe pulls that they don't really want. I think it's definitely a little bit more challenging to find truly vintage cards. However, in this one, I did notice that there were quite a few damaged cards. Upon taking a closer look, do notice a lot of them are actually fake cards. You can see one of their cards, the HP was like 8,000. But what's kind of cool is that I actually did manage to find some more vintage cards from the I think it was the EX era, as well as some of the black and white era cards. However, they were pretty rough in shape, and there wasn't too many of them. So I think maybe those cards weren't really sorted through, which is nice. But overall, you guys can see I'm speeding this section up. There just seems to be quite a bit of bulk. But I just wanted to see if there was anything that was maybe, left behind, because a lot of these cards are actually sleeved. So I was thinking maybe, there might be some worthwhile hits or pulls that are, actually worth that, what, $99 or $80 price tag. But yeah, it seems like these ETBs were dud. But yeah, as you guys can see right there, there was a Poochyena from the EX era. I think it was from Holland Phantoms. Definitely a fan of that set, but I wouldn't get it just for those 1 or 2 cards. So unfortunately, these ETB ones are not that worth. Lastly, I wanted to take a quick look at what the tin has to offer. Some hollows, a bunch of reverses. Unfortunately, basically not what we're looking for. And especially if you see that price tag, $80 for maybe like $1 at most worth of bulk. I think, one of the issues now I'm really having with Value Village and other thrift shops is they don't really know how to price their stuff, but I think they don't want to, in a sense, lose out on any potential value. So they really just throw on a high price tag without really knowing what it's actually worth. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Really appreciate it. Please leave a like if you guys did enjoy this video, and subscribe if you guys want to. And yeah, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys on another one. Peace out.